Buffalo Bills taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Pickett. Dancing to his left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start the drive with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
We're scoreless after 1. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Pickett now on 1st down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Pickett. Rolling to his right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett fighting Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time, now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Allen to throw it. His throw incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
Second down, here's Pickett. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing on third down, here's Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Now Pickett on fourth down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Warren is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Allen will try again on second down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Pickett will try to throw for this. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So the two-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Pickett sliding out of the pocket. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Kenny Pickett connecting with Deontay Johnson. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Allen Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. To throw, it's Allen. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out to his left. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
He'll let it fly for Austin. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 40 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one. That's caught.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll roll him out right. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll run for it. Cook. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Takes it to about the 37. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do.
And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
On the give, it's Warren. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw. Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. Now Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for two. Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut.
And now here is another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Pickett back to throw. It's caught at the one. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen now looks to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Allen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stefen Diggs. 85 yards. And the Bills are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. Oh, this is blocked. The Steelers get it. There he goes right side. takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Get it!
Boy, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection and led to the block.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they're looking for Austin, intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Rolling to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Allen. Got to have this one. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Off play action. Pickett. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Flushed out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.